What is going on, EDC people, and what is our journey today? It is the general overview, and let me stress overview because I have not carried it much yet, of the Microtech Halo VI single action signature series Hellhound grind, or Hellhound Series, I suppose you could say. It's the big guy, the single action that's 10.5 inches, the Halo 6. So right off the bat, clearly we see it's large. I have an old, this thing, I don't even know what it is. It's probably like an M-Tech of some kind. It has a safety on it. I'm going to take it off. I press the button, and a dagger comes out. Single action, obviously made in China, stainless, probably surgical stainless steel. It's supposed to be sharp on both sides. You press the button, pull it back to recharge it, and that's the safety. But that's nothing compared to this. I mean, it's obviously two different classes. So let's get that right off the bat. But I just wanted to show you one that I had that's similar in like theory to it. This is huge. If you just to give you some perspective, I realize the wee banter is small, and it is a coincidence that it's one of the ones that I'm using first. But look at the size of the thing compared to it. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, let's see, the Spidey Chef. The Shaman. I mean, it's huge. It's a very large knife with no pocket clip. So bear that in mind. Here's the Kershaw Blitter. And the Orion Solaris. I don't have my Delica on me, surprisingly, so I can't do a comparison with that. Oh, but I do have the Hogue Ritter, so that's a good comparison tool because it is just the same size as the Benchmade Reptilian, and or in this case, the Ritter Rogue. Let me kind of bring it down a little more so you can get a better example. It's just a very big knife. I mean, I think the Hogue Ritter comes in just over 8 inches. I mean, look, it looks small compared to this. Okay, moving on. Take a look at that Hellhound grind. I mean, it's so. I mean, it is just badass. I mean, let's be real. It is just cool looking. It's like a Japanese Tanto with an extremely, multiple it's faceted grinds basically. Compound grinds doesn't do adjusted. It's got multiple faceted grinds, multiple faceted compound grinds. It's got this over aggressive jimping, these holes. This comes to me today by way of the pass around group, and a particular member of the pass around groups. It's a personal knife, Kyle Lamphere, I think his name on YouTube is Red Wolf EDC. I just learned that, and I'm going to try to link it now. I just am learning how to do this though, so bear with me. What else? I also have the Civivi, what is this one? Riffle. Take a look at those, and that's another full-size knife, really. I don't have my tape measure on me, but I do have my little ruler. That's right. This 3.5-inch blade. So this is, again, a full-size knife. It just gets dwarfed by the size of that thing. But it's very cool, and its power, unlike any other. Let me put on my little display, or not display, but what you call it? Example pieces here away. Okay, so inherently, what's another big question that comes with something like this? And I'll show you exactly how I'm doing what I'm doing in just a moment. Take a look on the slide rail, I guess you could call it. You see the Signature Series signature and the Halo V1 or 6 patent number and September 2018. Now I don't know if 0116 is a numbered, if it's a numbered series. I just don't know enough about it to tell you that. I'm going to learn more if I can get enough time with it to do a real solid review. But I have to learn more about this knife. I've never had a Microtech, so to do this justice, I can't call this a review. I can only call this an overview. Take a look, first of all, while I'm showing you this closely, at that safety switch feature. I know that is taken off now, I believe. Like, it's been discontinued. If I understand it correctly, that no longer exists. It is now just a button, and it has its own little safety features by being able to be pushed a little bit. But as far as I understand it, the switch no longer exists. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the switch is now the new thing. But either way, it's one or the other. One of them got discontinued. Either just the button got discontinued and is now the switch, which I have, or it's the switch got discontinued and the button is continuing, and that's not what I have, and I have the discontinued version. I don't recall. I can look that up, and I'll try to put a little note on the screen if I remember. But because it's a single action auto, you push that little safety switch down, or you pull it down rather, and then you push the button, and it comes out with this tremendous force like you've never seen. Just to give you guys an idea, I was going to do the weight. That's what I was talking about to begin with. Let's retract it. It's hard to do around a tripod and far away from you, but okay, the weight. In ounces is 6.123. In grams, that's 173.6 grams. I just want to double check it. 6.123, yep, perfect. Okay, and it's actually like it's aluminum. I think it's like T6 grade aluminum. I'm not sure if it's called a powder coating, but it's got this texture to it, a slight texture to it. I would call it yeah, we'll start with inches. Oh, the power of that coming out as a single action, you got to understand it. I'm going to insert a clip of me. I found a thing of hay. Okay guys, here's the clip of me. This is the guinea pig or aspen wood shavings for rabbits or whatever. I'm taking this Halo 6 up to it. Okay, you know the general consistency of that, and putting it up to it, and you can tell that it stopped, and it stopped fairly early. It didn't deploy all the way, so I'm pulling it out just so that I can push the button down and pull it back. Let me try it one more time, just to give you a good clue. I'm just sitting it down. Now I'm going to push the button. It stops. It feels like it goes like maybe a half an inch, and then it stops, and then the rest of it comes out as I pull it up. So it feels like it comes out to about here, and then it stops, and then as I pull it out, it. But as a tool, since that's what it is for me, let's measure the girth, or the width rather, of the spine. Okay, so at the maximum it's 0.1645 inches. 0.16 inches. 0 millimeters. 4.34, so you can see, or 4.39 it jumped to. Okay, 4.40 it jumped to. Yeah, it is probably 4.40. It's very stout, as I said in the unboxing. Absolutely. I can't wait to try. I'm going to try to carry it a little bit. It is a pass-around knife, so I'm not sure exactly what my options are to truly carry it to do a review on it would be. But you know, that's why I'm doing an overview of it, meaning I'm showing you everything that I've seen up to this point. I love the sharpening choil. It does give you long life. As stout as this is, it's going to be. This is an unrealistic, in my opinion. It's an unrealistic EDC blade design. It's just a badass blade design, really. That's what it comes down to, and that's cool. And there's a place for that in every collector or enthusiast collection. But so back to the sharpening choil, it does have a nice one. As I was showing you earlier, it has multifaceted compound grinds. It has that Japanese style tanto tip where it has the swoop, and then it has the extra point. This would be great for any kind of unboxing. Obviously you could use this for anything you would use a knife for. You could push this through cardboard. It's just that it's so stout that it's, you know, it's not going to slide as well as a thinner knife would. Obviously, that's all. That having been said, this really isn't the knife that you're going to use to break down cardboard, I don't think. Maybe it is, and if it is, good for you. You know, there's an endless weight limit to what we can use our tools for, and whatever you choose to use this for is cool. And I'm just saying, for me, I don't see it as a cardboard tool. I see it as an just a badass automatic knife. But it's one way, and that's why it's so powerful. And that is the Hellhound grind, which is apparently part of this quote-unquote signature series from Microtech. And it's all very expensive. I'll be honest with you. It's all this is a very expensive piece. So, looking at it just a little closer, we can see that there is no real seam or no like. It's very well wrapped around. Let me try to zoom in around where that blade comes out of the handle. Like I said, I've never, or mentioned before, I've never. Oh, that does serve as kind of a forward choil. Okay, so that's good to know, actually, because at least for a little finger, you can use that not only as a sharpening choil, but a slight forward choil. That does help a little bit with that kind of a blade grind. Anyways, I've not had many automatics, and oh my gosh, I think it's starting to rain. I may have to discontinue this video until it stops, as I film outside, and I've got to bring all this equipment in. Okay, great. I'll see you later, guys, and hopefully we'll pick up from where I left off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about yesterday's rain. It's still raining today, so I have to continue this inside. I've kind of sprawled out across the table, and we'll just continue. Not that there's much more to be said, honestly. At this point, it's just an overview. I've already given you the specifications of the weight and length. Again, there's that safety switch. Take a good look at that. You pull it down and then push. It's just so powerful, guys. It's so, and that sound is, it's loud. It just snaps. It's bang. It's out. And then when I pull the button down, I pull these two little thingies, and I pull. Right there. There we go. You see what I believe is Tony Marfione's signature Halo VI patent number, and September 2018 USA 016. I don't know if that's a product, if it's a numbered knife or what. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a numbered knife because of the cost of it, the expense of it. Wow. And that Hellhound grind is just, it's so, it's got this like stonewash finish, I guess, but on the high flats, it's got pulled satin. It's just got it's got multifaceted compound grinds, I guess is the best way to put it, and that's just very cool. And you can hold it in hand. I guess the best way. How do I show you this? I guess black wasn't the best background for this particular knife, but you can hold it in hand kind of like this. My thumb is on jimping, my finger here is on jimping, my fingers here are on jimping, and that's kind of the basic hold. Or you could get a little more comfortable, you can put your thumb all the way down. So there's a few ways you can hold this. You can choke up a little closer to the edge if you want to do fine work, or more fine work. It's definitely a big knife though, at 10.5 inches overall. And then you can come back here if you wanted to do some kind of thwacking with it, I suppose. I really dig the logo, as I said yesterday. Let me zoom in on it for just a second. Oh, I think that's so cool. Yeah, for sure. And take a good look while we're zoomed in like this at that safety switch system or whatever. That's an interesting way to do this. I'm trying to show you it in action, but it's a lot harder to do than it looks. Yeah, like maybe if I pull it down or if I recharge it. Okay. So pulling it. Why is my focus like that? Okay, whatever. You pull the switch back, kind of like while you push down, and bang! Let you appreciate the finish on it a little bit, and the blade and the grind. T6 aluminum, and like I said earlier, it's a much it's more of like a warm aluminum than I really expected it to be, and I don't know how to word it any differently than that. It's not like it's almost, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what the words are. It's just a warmer aluminum than I expected. It's not as harsh. And I look at how diagonally I have to put it and how zoomed up I have to be to fit this monster across the screen. Anyways, I think I've pretty much covered everything, guys. And like I showed you earlier, here's the single action I have of my own. That's basically I don't know, M-Tech class. It's dagger, supposed to be sharp on both sides. It's really not. It's a very simple kind of like, it's got blade play, where this obviously is not going to have anything like that. This is absolutely solid. So that's the difference. That's the kind of cost, that the cost benefit whatever ratio you're getting into. So this is the single action one that I had already. I showed yesterday. It's not really of any name brand. I'm sure it's made in China. I didn't even realize I had a pocket clip until just now, to be honest with you. It's actually part of more of my dad's collection. If you're a follower of the channel, you know that we live together, and he's also into knives, not nearly as much as I am, but he's into them, and this is kind of more of part of his collection. I unfortunately, I hate to tell him this, but it's more of a gas station automatic, you know, than something like this. But it is still very cool, and the 12-year-old collector in me still loves that dagger and the out the front automatic features in that. But this is of a different caliber and class altogether. Right? It's not fair to compare the two. This is a serious actual tool. You know, in a real series. That Hellhound signature series is just. I mean, I don't know how to say it other than to show you and to tell you the specs like I did. Look at the swedge work on it. That top swedge is not sharp, obviously, even though it could have been in other knives. And yeah, at this point I'm really just showing you it over and over again because it's a simple, very simple design and concept. I mean, you pull the charging rail to charge it and reset it, and then it's loaded, ready to go. So I'm not sure what else I can say about it right this second, but I will, if I have enough time with it, I will try to do a more in-depth video of actually maybe using it a little bit. I'll have to see how long I have with it, as it is, as I mentioned before, a pass-around knife. Okay, that's it for this video. I do have a couple more to record. Unfortunately, I'm inside today, like I mentioned, but hey, the show must go on. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the overview of the Microtech Halo VI Signature Series Hellhound out the front automatic. Again, let me repeat, this is an overview, and I will try to do a better in-depth review of it if I have enough time with it. Have a great day, guys.